I love politics, so this was great to get involved. I used to be involved before. I used to work for the former member of parliament and the former mayor.
It's been a great experience for me. I've loved running for councillor. I love my community, and I've had support, a ton of support, and I think that that's made it all more enjoyable.
We had an ongoing issue that was not being addressed. Although I had sent emails, they went, how would you say, not ignored, but pretty darn close. So I thought, okay, if you're not going to do something about it, I'm going to. And I was very fortunate. I had my sister, my landry-altmann, who was very much of a politico. Anyone out there who knows her knows that. And she said, Jocelyn, the seat is empty. Why don't you do something about it? And I said, okay. And that's exactly how it started.
I just want to make a big change in the city. Not just, you know, things that after 4 years you don't really notice a change in certain people. So in my 4 years, I want to make sure people are going to say, yeah, she did something and there was a big change and I recognize it.
I'd done 11 years at Rainbow Roots, basically serving the community through a not-for-profit, and I wanted to serve my community beyond that. So that was my motivation for doing it. I mean, the decision to do it was long. I got asked a number of times. It was suggested to me a number of times. I think the one I remember the most was a friend of mine saying to me, I don't know what I was talking about, and she said, I want to be your campaign manager when you run, not if, when you run. And when I decided to run a year before the election, I went to her and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. And she knew exactly what I meant. So from there, you know, you start to build a team.
It was when I sat down with my daughters and I said, you know, do you think I should do this? Because like I have a job that I love with Neo Kids Foundation. And I said, do you think I should do this? And they said, oh, Mom, you have to do this. And I said, I have to do it? And they said, yes, you have to do it because this city needs to change. It needs a different type of leadership. And Mom, you can do this. Look at, you know, look at what you've already done.
We should be treating people equally. And I have my daughter that's been a strong supporter of me. She's always helped me as a candidate in my elections, in my running. And she always said, Mom, we couldn't even vote 150 years ago, 100 years ago. Women couldn't even go into a bar. We couldn't vote. We've come a long way, but today, women can vote. And that's made a difference. Maybe philosophically, or we're treating people equally, but on the day-to-day basis, are we really treating people equally? And that's my greatest dream, that gender equality.
I think it would be trailblazing. We had like our first female elected mayor with MCINTOSH. I worked underneath her and she was a great inspiration. You don't see them very often.
Girls from high schools come in for meetings and see what it's like, and you know, we have views, they have views, you know, we like to listen to them, and so I think a lot of women, younger women, should get involved.
I recoil, I cringe when I hear denigration of previous councils. You weren't there. You weren't privy. Did you read the reports? Did you know how those decisions were made? To jump in at the high level without having done the homework is not doing anyone any, it's a disservice to this community.
You need to be able to be quick on your feet for the problem solving and the negotiating of how we're going to get there. Transparency is key, and I think women would do well in City Council.
And maybe it's just as difficult for men to put themselves out there. I don't know, because I'm not a man. But you know, I try to encourage. I would like to encourage people. Sometimes I say, what's the worst thing that can happen? Put your name on the ballot. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Feel the fear and do it anyway. Like, feel the fear and do it anyway. If you believe that you have attributes and skills, and you do have them, women have them, they just need to believe in themselves a bit more. then put yourself out there. It's a learning experience. The whole process of campaigning and the election is a fantastic learning experience. But feel the fear and do it anyways, and you'll be surprised at the outcomes, because you will change through the process and you'll learn a lot. So there is no losing for you.
Any woman out there that wants to run municipally, provincially, or federally, I'll help you. I'll share you my secrets. But the most important secret is love and having a vision of what you want to do. And I'm sure that you're going to find people out there in the community that will be wanting to work with you. So don't be scared. Bring your fear with you, but also bring your talents and your strengths and your relationships. And you're going to go ahead in the world. And even if we have disappointments or challenges, we usually get stronger.
One of the things about being on council and having women representation, then other women can look and say, oh, well, if she can do it, I can do it. But if you don't have enough of us out there, it makes it difficult for people to see themselves playing that role.